Vladimir Putin calls collapse of Soviet Union as a major humanitarian tragedy affecting more than 25 million Russians. With a lot of chaos going around in the world right now, and with the official declaration of war between Russia and Ukraine, I'm sure most of you are keen to know about all this crisis and how does this even affect India at all. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pranamita and here I am to bring before you this matter in the simplest form possible. The ancient textbook shows that Ukraine has been a part of Russia for a long time until 1918 when Ukraine got its freedom. But this freedom didn't last long. In 1921, Lenin's Red Army invaded Ukraine, once again making it its part. That's when USSR came into picture. Union of Soviet Socialist Republic was framed in 1922, which was a group of couple of countries including Russia and Ukraine. Unfortunately, in 1991, USSR got divided into 15 different nations, all being independent. After the very division of USSR, we saw people with mixed feelings. Some of them were happy for Ukraine to be an independent nation, however, some considered it to be a partition. And ever since then, Ukraine is trying to be an independent nation by being a part of NATO or say being a part of European Union. But Russia, considering it to be its own part, has always pressurized Ukraine not to be a member of NATO. The ex-president of Ukraine was pressurized by Russia to drop the idea of signing the NATO treaty by providing them with cheap gas offers or with providing them with $15 billion loan. With the constant pressure received by the president of Ukraine from Russia, the idea of signing the treaty was dropped by him. However, this act of ex-president was extremely protested by the people of Ukraine. On 16th January 2014, Black Law was passed in Ukraine, which prohibited freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and basic fundamental rights. With a lot of chaos going in Ukraine, the ex-president of Ukraine was impeached. New elections were held, and the current president of Ukraine was elected, who was ready to sign the NATO and be an independent member. With constant interference of Russia, Ukraine was still not able to be a part of NATO. On 16th December 2021, a meeting was held between the present president of Ukraine and NATO chief, where Ukraine once again showed its commitment to be a member of NATO. And then we see all of a sudden on 24th February 2022, the official declaration of war between Russia and Ukraine. Now let's talk about how does this even affect India, if it does at all. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine is about to bring open war scenario in the entire world. India's contract with Russia for delivery of S-400 missiles are still on the way. And after this conflict, it kind of becomes really difficult for India to get back all its missiles. Energy crisis. Huge amount of energy stored within it. After this conflict, of course, it's going to affect not only India but the entire world when it comes to energy crisis. According to a survey, more than 20,000 Indians are in Ukraine, and after this war, of course, India will be under the pressure to bring back all its citizens back to its nation. Last but not the least, after this war, the entire world's center has changed from China to Russia now. With India deploying more than 10,000 troops on the border of India and China, unfortunately, the current war situation has taken away the world's focus from China to now being Russia. And one of the biggest consequences of this war is going to be Russia and China's friendship, which in the long run could be dangerous to India.